Welcome to Ida's Kitchen. Bienvenidos. My name is Ida Lugo McAllister, and I am going to demonstrate how to prepare bistec encebollado, beef steak with onions. The word encebollado means with onions in English. Every time I make this recipe, I have fond memories of my mother preparing this dish. She would first cut the round steak into thin slices and then pound the steak with a meat tenderizer before adding the marinade. In Puerto Rico, they now tend to use sirloin, which is a more tender cut of meat compared to round steak. Today you can purchase sliced sirloin steaks and ask the butcher to tenderize the meat for you. This will definitely save you a lot of food preparation time. Let's start preparing the meat. I purchased 2 pounds of top sirloin steaks that were already sliced 1/4 inch thick. I also trimmed the excess fat before rinsing the steaks. If the butcher can't tenderize your steaks, then place the meat on top of wax paper and with a meat mallet, pound each side. This breaks up the muscle fibers to help soften and tenderize the meat. Continue this process for the remaining steaks. In a bowl, add the marinating ingredients: 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, 4 minced garlic cloves, 2 teaspoons of light salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of adobo without salt. Using a whisk, stir all the ingredients until well blended. Pour the marinade over the steaks and coat them evenly. Cover bowl and refrigerate for at least 4 hours or overnight. This dish calls for sliced onions. I normally use 2 to 3 yellow onions. Cut off both ends. And then cut the onion in half. Remove the papery skin and the first layer of the onion. Cut each half into 1/4 to 1/2 inch slices, or the thickness of your preference. I already had some steaks marinating in the refrigerator, so we can start cooking the meat. The cooking time that I provide for the meat is an approximate time. I also forgot to mention earlier that you can go online and purchase adobo without salt. In a caldero saucepan, pour at least 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil and add all the steak slices. Cook the steak slices over medium heat for 2 to 3 minutes, turning them over as they cook. The steaks tend to release its own juice as they cook. We can now add the rest of the marinade that was left in the bowl along with the onions. For your information, my cousin also adds chunks of green peppers to this dish. She says it gives the natural juices released from the meat more flavor. I tasted her Bistec Encebollado last month in Puerto Rico and it was delicious. Pour at least 1/2 cup of water and bring the liquid to a boil. I moved the onions to the side so you can see that the liquid is boiling. So let's reduce the heat to low and simmer the steaks for approximately 30 to 40 minutes or until the meat is very tender and the onions are translucent. Cover saucepan with lid. Even though the meat releases a lot of juice, periodically check the amount of liquid while the meat is simmering. You don't want your meat to burn. Add more water if necessary. After 40 minutes of cooking, let's check if the steak slices are tender. You can see already how the meat is coming apart. My hands are clean. When you can break apart the meat with your fingers, you know the meat is very tender. The steak slices have absorbed all the flavors from the marinade and onions. The beef steak with onions is ready. In a bowl, arrange the steaks and place the cooked onions on top. Pour over the juices released from the steaks and onions. This looks so juicy. This dish is usually served with white rice and stewed beans or with tostones, double-fried green plantains. The best part of this entire cooking video is the tasting section. I normally don't consume red meat, but when it comes to bistec encebollado, our beef steak with onions, I can't say no. The meat and onions are so juicy and tender with lots of flavor. Qué rico. I hope you have enjoyed watching my YouTube video on how to prepare bistec encebollado, beef steak with onions. Thank you for watching my YouTube cooking video. Please share, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you would like a copy of my cookbook, visit my website, idaskitchenboricua.com, and click on the cookbook tab. My cookbook is a bilingual Puerto Rican cookbook, and it contains 42 authentic Puerto Rican recipes that I learned how to cook while living in Puerto Rico. This side is the English version. If you flip the book over, the other side is the Spanish version. Again, thank you for watching my YouTube cooking video.